You are watching KYSTAR and these are football transfers you want to forget. Falcao, Chelsea. Now I could have included his transfer to Man United in this list, but I think this one is even worse. Falcao was once regarded as one of the best strikers in world football before he suffered a devastating knee injury playing for AS Monaco in 2014. In an attempt to regain fitness, the Colombian forward moved to United for a year loan spell which didn't work out at all. However, it was that following season at Chelsea where he really flopped. With the injury excuses now less accepted due to it being a solid 14 months since that knee problem, Radamel was supposed to reignite that form for Chelsea during the 15-16 Premier League season. However, he played just 12 matches for the London side and scored one goal before another injury ruled him out for the rest of the season. Considering Falcao is one of the most loved players in football, maybe it is best to forget this terrible transfer a few years ago. Didier Drogba, Shanghai Shenhua. Drogba is often spoken about as one of the best strikers of the 21st century, as well as being regarded as the ultimate big game player. After all, he has a record of playing in 11 cup finals, scoring 10 goals in those finals and winning 10 trophies as a result. As well as that, he boasts a career playing for clubs such as Marseille, Chelsea and Galatasaray. However, what you may want to forget about Didier's career is that he had a short spell playing in the cash-rich Chinese Super League. This transfer came after scoring the winning penalty to secure the Champions League title for Chelsea. The move to Shanghai was a bit pointless for Drogba as he only played 11 matches and despite scoring a few goals in that time, moved to Turkey to play for Galatasaray just several months later. What was the point of leaving Chelsea, where he was loved, to play in China for a few months? Yaya Touré, Olympiacos. One of the best central midfielders over the last decade has to be Yaya Touré. I mean, just look at his stats for Manchester City during the 13-14 title-winning Premier League season. And after a hugely successful 8-year spell at City, the highly regarded player was set to join a new club to perhaps play 1 or 2 more years at the highest level. The club he ended up signing for was Greek side Olympiacos. I would say how he played for them, if he actually played for them. Touré only took to the pitch for Olympiacos twice in 4 months before he was pushed back out the door by the club due to simply not being good enough. When you consider the fact that Yaya has won it all in the game and was since regarded as one of the top players in the world, it is probably best to forget this transfer ever happened in the first place. Frank Lampard, Manchester City. The Chelsea manager Frank Lampard is highly popular with the Chelsea fans, and it's not exactly because of what he's done for the club as a manager, but more because of the fact that he is a legend at Stamford Bridge due to his times there as a player. From 2001 to 2014, Lampard became Chelsea's all-time leading goal scorer, and he is a midfielder by the way, due to his incredibly consistent performances. Together with Chelsea, he helped the club win almost everything there is to win and was loved by the fans at the time of his departure in 2014. However, not one Chelsea fan expected him to just months later sign for Premier League rivals Man City, especially when he announced he was going to play in the MLS just days before. This whole transfer just felt wrong on so many levels, and the footage of him actually scoring against Chelsea while playing for City in the Premier League is really awkward to watch. Considering Lampard is regarded by Chelsea as a club legend, it is probably wise for them to forget that he once played and scored against them after leaving. Serge Gnabry, West Bromwich Albion. Gnabry has been one of the hottest players in the whole of football this season, tearing up teams in the Champions League and the Bundesliga for Bayern Munich. If the European Championships had gone ahead this year, Gnabry would have been one to watch for Germany. However, despite him rising to prominence at Bayern this season and becoming one of football's hottest properties, it is probably best to forget that a few years before he wasn't deemed good enough for English side West Brom. Here's just a little experiment. Do you, the viewer, actually know who West Brom are? If you do, let us know in the comment section below. They were in the Premier League at the time of Gnabry joining on loan from Arsenal, but the then West Brom manager Tony Pulis sent Serge back to North London and said publicly to the media that Gnabry would no longer be playing for West Brom because he wasn't good enough to play for a club the size of them. I bet West Brom want to forget that they thought this of the winger, but I'm sure that everyone might want to forget that one of the most informed players in the world of football was deemed not good enough to play for West Brom. And that is the end of this list, ladies and gentlemen. Did I miss anybody out? Leave your suggestions in the comment section below, and if this video hits 1,000 likes, I will do a part 2 using your entries. However, until then, you have been watching KYSTAR, and we'll see you later.